Hello friends, welcome to AstatorTV. Today we are watching a ranked 1v1 game between two players that are currently in the top 25 of the war selection ladder. On the left side of the map, with the red units, it is Ram Pam. He is quite active in the competitive 1v1 scene. On the right side of the map, with the lime green color, he is ToMaHawK, also known as Tom26. He is also quite an active player on the ladder. Tom has decided to research the first shoe worker movement speed upgrade at the altar. He is using his first scout to explore the coast to the north. Meanwhile, Ram Pam has been producing a second scout already. He is sending one toward the east and discovered several shallow water fish deposits. His second scout is exploring the coast toward the north. He is also using a third scout to go toward the south. This map has a large lake in the center. It does have a large number of fish deposits. There are also 4 more lakes in the 4 corners. The starting locations do feature 2 nearby iron deposits. And a decent amount of wood, not that much. The larger mass of wood is located a little bit more toward the center, both on top and bottom side of the map. And we see Ram Pam already sending workers to the offense, 13 workers now, but he is spotted by the scout of Tom. Ram Pam does have a stonecutter, but no upgrade in progress yet. Same thing for Tom, and he is starting the construction of his temple with 6 workers, I believe. Ram Pam is securing the available food on the North Shore. A total of 6 fish deposits and 2 boars. That should be quite enough to support the production of a Stone Age army if he wants one. Ram Pam is adding bulwarks near the narrow shore passage. There is no research at Tom's temple yet, therefore the temple is only acting as a warehouse for now. There is an alligator enjoying a stroll in Tom's base. Hopefully he is not too hungry. And now Ram Pam is building offensive fight pits with 7 workers. So they are constructing quite quickly. Tom started researching Bronze Age of Asia. No temple for Ram Pam yet. He instead committed his wood in the construction of 4 fight pits. He already completed the Maceman research upgrade, adding a 5th fight pit. Also getting the warrior combat movement speed boost upgrade. He is at 52 population out of 57, and Tom is at 60 population, just capped. He also has 5 fight pits producing slingers, which is the right unit to face Macemen. He got the armor upgrade first, and the ranged attack will follow the melee upgrade. He now has 6 fight pits. Tom just reached Bronze Age of Asia. Still no temple for Ram Pam. He does have a sizable army though. So that's a good number of macemen and warriors. So that's 9 macemen and 4 warriors. They're going to be met by a few slingers. Tom also has a nice line of bulwark, trying to secure this location with the iron, very important for later in the game. The macemen are trying to go around, not attacking anything yet. And the slingers are doing a lot of damage to the macemen. Now Ram Pam is securing this location by adding several bulwarks. He's now producing warrior. At home he completed a temple and he is halfway of reaching Bronze Age of Europe. His berries are almost gone, but he did get a lot of food from this area over here. Tom has started the construction of a small outpost at the south of the lake. Many chickens and workers producing food at the poultry yards. He will be looking at starting the research on the population upgrade, which requires a lot of food. Ram Pam still producing warrior, and here we can see he puts one maceman in front. Could this be a decoy to mislead Tom into thinking that he is still producing macemen instead of the more mobile warriors? Ram Pam has his farm. He is currently population capped and trying to spend food on the population upgrade. He started to gather metal and he's adding a pier. Some movement of troops. The slingers are trying to go around the proxy base of Ram Pam, while the warriors of Ram Pam are trying to go around the perimeter of Tom's base. Tom does have a few macemen which are really good against the warriors. Here a few workers might die, while on this side the slingers have killed a couple workers and they are greeting the freshly produced unit with a rock to the face. Ram Pam's warriors are moving into the economy of Tom. He will have 2 towers to upgrade. Villagers are fighting the warriors. Macemen will be able to help because at the same time the main army of macemen is trying to bust out this containment. Slingers are going back, which is a good move since they are not great against the warriors. Oh, but here there's some damage to the economy of Tom. So let's have a look at the workers count. So Tom has 47 workers, while Ram Pam is at 53 workers. So a nice lead for Ram Pam since he just killed a bunch. But Tom completely flattened the proxy base of Ram Pam, and he has a good number of macemen remaining. At home, more workers in production for Ram Pam. Same for Tom, he's trying to recover from the damage he just sustained. And he will start mining very soon. He's upgrading the fight pits toward barracks. Large number of barracks, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 barracks. And his force of macemen is quite large. Those bulwark will die really quickly. And that's 6 barracks for Ram Pam. A large number of villagers on the farm. He has a nicely balanced economy and he's starting to clear the alligators to make a safe path for the fishing boats. Tom's army of macemen is slowly approaching. Never underestimate macemen. They are a Stone Age unit, but they do very well against Bronze Age melee units. He also has a small row of slingers behind them. Ram Pam spearmen do not last long and he reacts by constructing towers. Some ranged infantry could have been useful, but it looks like he will just brute force spam them to death with waves after waves of spearmen. Fifth tower on the front. Meanwhile, Ram Pam is building a wall in the south to make sure there's only one path for Tom to attack him, and he is adding a second pier with a nice fleet of 5 fishing boats. That is a very strong food income, and that is probably the reason why he's able to afford so many spearmen. So that's 70 food, 20 wood, and he's getting more. This man is rich. He got all the Bronze Age upgrades at the forge, so that's the spear damage, the bow, and the armor. Meanwhile, Tom has reached Iron Age, and he is already queuing the upgrade toward medieval age of Eastern Asia. Ram Pam is not far behind. He just reached Iron Age, and he's immediately researching the medieval age of Eastern Europe. Ram Pam at maximum population. Tom almost at maximum as well. He has some heavy spearmen from Asia inside his army. Some of the workers are deciding to go back to build a safer tower. The wall in the south is completed, so the area here from Tom is also uncontested. He's fishing a little bit. Ram Pam still producing spearmen. He's at 98 population. So both players almost in medieval age. And now it seems like Tom is doing a nice move. He's sending part of his army to go around the main force of Ram Pam, and he's going to push in the back of the base while another portion of the army is dancing around, making the spearmen run away, and the third wave of his army is going toward the south. So those Asian heavy spearmen are forcing the workers to hide inside the towers. They got one pier down, attacking the second pier over here. Tom getting the upgrade for maximum population. So is Ram Pam. Both players are quite equal in research at the moment, but the heavy Asian spearmen are doing a lot of damage to the economy. Workers have to hide, but there's not enough room in the towers for everyone, and workers are dying. And now a few Ashigarus also running into the economy, and we have a lot more heavy spearmen on the way. There's a small tower here trying to secure this big wood line, and he's rallying his forces over there, upgrading the warehouse. He has an upgrade on the farm and the barracks. Ram Pam is at 105 population, while Tom is at 122 population. So Ram Pam has a big lead in the worker count. Tom is only at 58. And Ram Pam at 54, but he has a lot of boats. Here this army is upgrading to Ashigarus. Ram Pam has a mix of European heavy spearmen and normal spearmen, and he's going to clash with Tom. That is a lot of melee poking. But it looks like the heavy spearmen are doing a good amount of damage to those units. Still pretty equal fight so far. And the samurai are entering the fields. The samurais are pretty good at dealing with the European heavy spearmen. A force of heavy spearmen from Asia racing with the deer and meeting with European heavy spearmen. The deer is racing. More spearmen upgraded to Ashigarus. And we see some annoying distraction. Sneaky, sneaky. Ram Pam is adding sneaky towers to deny this stone gathering. Now this melee army is gonna meet once again the melee army from Ram Pam. And the deer is racing around all excited. The barracks are not upgraded yet. Still producing heavy spearmen. Ram Pam population cap at 113, but his economy is struggling. ToMaHawk also spending all his resources. Several samurais from Tom are facing the European heavy spearmen from Ram Pam, who has reinforcements on the way. It's a retreat for Tom. Here we have the... It's unfortunate they're trying to go to this sneaky pier over there, but they won't be able to cross. Now the barracks are all upgraded. Tom struggling in economy, he's spending a lot on his army, producing workers, and he is at 159 maximum population. Ram Pam is still only at 118 population. That's way behind. He needs to construct more houses, especially that he is Eastern Europe. The houses are quite good because they can produce militiamen. Now the two armies are going to clash again. Oh, the spring hole is entering. A nice hit. The spring holes are pretty good against clumped melee units like this. We have already 10 kills on this one and 6 kills on this one. Great use of spring holes by Tom. The army of Ram Pam just evaporated in seconds. Tower is upgrading to medieval. And now Tom is the only one with a large army. Ram Pam still producing from the Iron Age barracks. And he's still a bit lower on population. Tom is population capped and moving forward. Proper fishing operation has resumed. The deer once again racing in the army. Some of the army was lured away by some of the heavy spear of Ram Pam, so that's a pretty good move to take away or delay this portion of the army. But even with that, the portion of the army over there is way larger than the small army of Ram Pam. We're still not upgrading the barracks. He is low on wood, but here comes some militiamen, which will help delay the attack. Some of the troops have been splitting, but they won't reach the workers. Spring hills are following. Only a couple of boats fishing on Tom's side. The spring hills are almost there, but the melee army is large enough to be able to destroy the buildings by themselves. That's a strong army for Tom. And we have more heavy spearmen, and the spring hole are reaching the base. They're starting to attack the towers. Some of the towers have been upgraded, but still struggling for wood. It's unfortunate that Tom is not defending those spring holes. Only 2 or 1 heavy spearmen might be able to take down those powerful siege machines. 16 kills and 22 kills. Now Tom's samurai are raiding the farm workers of Ram Pam. Two kills on one tower. And he's building a defensive spring hole. And now we have a lot of melee units for Ram Pam. Still struggling on the wood. Workers are back harvesting stone. Tom is leveraging the very efficient fishing boats of Eastern Asia. Workers are starting to gather at this wood line. And that's a big army from Ram Pam. So we have 31 European heavy spearmen and 10 militiamen. They are going to meet a few samurais, a few Ashigarus. Oh, and the big army of Tom is coming. That's 18 samurai and 24 in total. That's a very large amount of resources spent on samurais. Tom is halfway to later medieval age. The Springalds are waiting for any unit from Ram Pam that will reach the base. He's now adding shooting ranges. Tom is still population capped but struggling for wood. Ram Pam has a nice balance of resources. He's now researching late medieval age. The two armies are clashing. Some boats are in the way. Might as well use them. They have previously cleared the pier that was there. Very nice use of Springald by Tom. The positioning at the narrow passage prevents them from being too exposed. Now we have pikemen. They're getting some free hits on the samurais. The samurais are usually a good counter to pikemen in a direct fight. The Springald dealing damage. And it's a wave of militiamen flooding the center of the map. We have the construction of workshops. And more shooting ranges closer to the center. They are in addition to those at the south of Tom's base, which are now producing hand cannons to deal with the proxy towers. 20 militiamen, 9 pikemen. Ram Pam has 70 workers and 10 boats, but we can tell from the chart that he is behind Tom in economy. Tom is sending many samurais and now arquebusiers. He doesn't want to lose those front buildings. A very expensive army on the side of Tom against cheaper units from Ram Pam. We have the junks patrolling the coast, making sure the pier is not reconstructed. And we see halberdiers. They do have an area attack, which is good against melee units. A squad or arquebusiers trying to take care of this cannon, but they're going to get flooded by militiamen. Militiamen only cost 5 food. So it's a very cost-efficient unit. And now we see Ashigaru Yaris, which are similar to Ashigaru, but with a stronger single-target attack. Militiamen taking out a few units over there. And we have more and more strelets for Ram Pam. With cannons over here. Tom struggling for wood. This is because he started the industrial age research. He selected the abstract country. He has a lot of food. He could be spamming the archers from his shooting range just to have more fodder. Shigeru Yaris. Arquebusiers. And hand cannons. They are all very expensive units which could benefit from having a cheaper meat shield in front of them. In this case, archers, because they cost only food. We see workers going to construct a rocket cannon at Tom's southern outpost. Tom has a good number of hand cannons, but he's lacking other units. While Ram Pam is rallying a lot more. A big wave of militiamen. It is a tsunami of militiamen. The battle has been raging inside the territory of Tom. The frontline militiamen are providing visions to the cannon, otherwise he needs the vision tower. Ram Pam is focusing the fire of all his cannons on the same building so that they go down faster. Tom is now sending a big wave of samurais, 21 samurais. He wants to get rid of the cannons, but they are protected by strelets who can do well against samurais. That's a lot of dead samurais. And it looks like the fight is going in favor of Ram Pam. ToMaHawk at 150 population. Ram Pam at 154. He's just started the upgrade. He's going toward Russian Empire. Tom almost done with the abstract industrial age. And he got it! But the army of Ram Pam is getting scary. And the rocket cannons were able to open a hole by killing the trees of the forest. And that's 8 mounted samurai that are going to hit the economy of Ram Pam. Ram Pam is forcing the evacuations of the workers. A lot of workers are going to die. Not much resistance from Tom on that front, while the cannons in the back are pounding. The mounted samurais are destroying the warehouses, chasing the workers, and there's one in the farm of Ram Pam. He's racking kills, 10 kills for this one, 11 kills, 12! It's a race to kill as much as you can. Here, that's not great. ToMaHawk needs the food, he needs to send those to the farm. And more militiamen, more cannons, and more. It's going to be difficult for Tom to stop this. But he did a lot of damage on economy. Ram Pam down to 33. Ram Pam down to 27, 24, 21, 20 workers. And still going down. But this force over here, that's a lot of cannons. That's 10 cannons. Tom destroyed his opponent economy, but he's in a lot of trouble at home. As a last chance to stop those cannons, he needs to take them out. Nice maneuver. But no cannon dies. Some population is going down. Yes, some production building. But is population capped? It looks like those cannons will not be stopped. Evacuation of the workers. The farm is overrun. Trying to get some population space. But the city hall is very exposed. And the production buildings are going down. It's too late. It's GG. It is a victory for Ram Pam. It seemed like Ram Pam traded a lot more efficiently during the Middle Ages, while Tom was also spending a lot of resources to upgrade to Industrial Age. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoyed the content. Thank you very much and goodbye.